Hi guys, Nick from Harbour Services. Just here to have a quick chat about getting your boat ready and also your crew ready for the upcoming season. So a great place to start getting your boat ready and finding out what you actually need in the way of safety requirements is a transport safety website, and that has then the Recreational Safe Boating Handbook there. You can download that, but also you can go into any Vic Roads and actually get a hard copy of the book. And in that book it will show you, for the size vessel you have and the type of vessel, how many life jackets, flares, extinguishers, etc. that you need on board. So when it comes to your safety equipment, you do need quite a bit on board. So you've got flares, life jackets, fire extinguishers, bungs to then put into seacocks if you had an issue with one of those. So there's quite a bit of gear. So instead of trying to remember where you've put that all in case you do have an emergency on board, a really good tip is actually to have a bit of a cheat sheet, a bit of a mud map of your boat, and then you can just have a real quick glance of, okay, where are the flares? Where is this? Because it might not be you that actually needs them, it might be someone that's using your boat, a friend, relative, etc. So down here at Safety Beach, we've actually got the Coast Guard just out the front of the where you cross over the road down here. So they monitor channel 16, that is your listening channel and emergency channel, but they've also got a mobile number as well which you can contact them. So the number is 0407 465 335. Now it's a volunteer service, and if they are called out to give you a tow, etc., there is a fee payable. They do have a Marine assist program, which is kind of like your RACV. You pay a subscription and then you've got some use of their services should you need them during the time on board. If you're planning on going further afield and actually venture outside of the heads in Port Phillip, you may know, so it's referred to as the RIP because it's a narrow passage of water. It's a large body of water that passes through there on the change of the tide. So the ORCV, the Ocean Racing Club of Victoria, actually run RIP tours throughout the year, which is a great thing to do because you'll either go out on your boat or on another boat and go and look at the conditions, the leads, the points of interest and the things to look out for. The other thing the ORCV do is run sea safety survival courses, which is really important to have if you plan on going cruising offshore. It just teaches you obviously survival techniques and then the safe things to look out for, and most importantly how to then use your flares, use your life jackets, and how to actually activate and use a life raft should the worst happen. Another thing is when you're out there boating with your family and the little ones on board, it's really important that they have that crutch strap with their life jackets connected, and there's no real reason to have them out of their life jackets while ever they're on deck of the boat, even when you're at rest having lunch. Get a nice comfortable life jacket that they're not going to be, it's not going to be too bulky around their neck, and they're going to have that on because if they do go in the water, if you then go and pull them up, if that strap's not there, all you're going to have is a life jacket in your hand. So definitely have that on. And also, whilst you're moving, while the boat, be it a yacht or a cruiser, there's no real need for them to be out of the cockpit or walking around the boat, because it doesn't take much for a little bit of a slip here and there and they could either be hurt or, worst case, fall overboard. When it comes to your safety gear, you just need to make sure that the things are in date. So flares will go out of date, your fire extinguishers need to be checked. Then also some of your gear and a first aid kit will actually go out of date as well. So it's good to keep an eye on that and worry about getting it replenished during that off season, and also things like your engine services and just making sure the maintenance is kept up to it so that when the weather turns and becomes our idyllic conditions, you're not having to worry about it. You can get out there and use your boat. So when you're out on board, it's really important the person that's controlling the vessel or your licensed person on board needs to be under the limit. I'm not the fun police, that's the real police's job, and they are out there in force during the peak season. So you want to make sure that you're not affected by alcohol, so just be safe, have fun. It's the best time of your lives with your family, so enjoy. So there's a couple of safety tips for you. Definitely check out that Recreational Safe Boating Handbook. That's got all of your information in there and also your licensing information as well. So if you've got people in your family that need to sit their license, It's a great body of information and goes through your safety requirements. Safe boating out there is fun boating, so have a great summer everyone, and we'll see you down at Hidden Harbour soon.